Welcome to the show, everybody. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin's all-time high. We have a new all-time high for Bitcoin. It has officially pierced $125,000. And as we speak, it's above $125,000, I believe. Yeah, $125,052 is where it's at right now at this moment. So, real exciting day. We'll see how much higher is it going to go. Some people are saying, as we'll see in the news today, 150K is around the corner. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what some people are saying based on some of the technical analysis. So, yeah, GM, everyone. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We'll slow gathering crowd today, so hit the like button. Everybody sees it. Okay, all right. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap first. 4.39 trillion. Just think about this. We were just under 4 trillion. That means we've had $40 billion come in like very recently to the market. 24-hour volume is pretty low, all things considered, 171.39 billion. Bitcoin dominance is 6.8%, and ETH up a little bit, 12.9%. Here's a question from the chat. Are we honestly going to see alts explode? This is a great question. I don't know. I'm not sure anymore. I thought we definitely were going to, but, you know, this market has just been very strange. The market has been very strange. And because of that, it's hard. It's like, I want to say yes, but things have changed so much in the last few months. It's gone so institutional on one side and so degenerate with, platform with a lot of problems, Pump.Fun. Was it 99.6% of people who've used it have made less than $10,000 or lost money? That shows you all of the wealth on somewhere like Pump.Fun is concentrated for just a few. But with its coin doing well, with a lot of these decentralized platforms rising up, like Aster, for instance, you see there on the screen, it's hard to really say, to be honest with you. I certainly hope that we're going to see new all-time highs on alts that we like, Cardano, XRP, and such. But nothing's guaranteed at this point, guys. You got to remember that. BitBoy, your views on most alts being 60, 70% from highs, but everyone is saying this is alt season. It is alt season. They just didn't tell you which kind of alt season it was. They didn't come out and say, hey, all the coins we've liked for years are going to pump. They came out and said, hey, here's a bunch of new coins and small coins. Let's pump these ones, and the rest we can just kind of throw away. It could go sideways. A lot of sideways action in the market for a lot of these coins. Thoughts on Linea working with Swift? We're going to get to that in a little bit. I have that on one of our stories for the day. So, all right. Thoughts on Header? I assume that's Hedera, you mean? I don't know. I have to take a look. BitBoy, are you still going to use Litecoin as our top signal? No, I think we're done with that. I don't even want to talk about Litecoin at all. Yeah. All right, back over here. Bitcoin coming in. Let's get the latest number. $125,092. Would have been an all-time high before yesterday, but yesterday it went up higher than that, all the way to 125.7. Take a look at Ethereum, 46.81. Surely this thing is going to clear $5,000 soon, surely. But once again, we have Bitcoin making an all-time high, and ETH not following. And ETH definitely up more than Bitcoin for the week, but still not getting close to piercing that all-time high. XRP coming in at $3.03. BNB at 12.17. Jeez, 12.17 for BNB. Wow, what a week it's having. It's up 20% for the week, 40% for the month. This is a top 5 coin, up 41.1% for the month. Put in perspective, Bitcoin's done awesome as 12.8%. Then Dogecoin has been doing pretty well. Also, Tron Oh, right. My take profit for my trade I'm in with Tron here on Phemex. And if you guys want to join our Phemex contest, we have links down below. And on Twitter, I put the links in the post. If you want to join our group, you're getting exclusive trading calls for professional traders and things like that. So make sure to click the links to join up on everything. We're going to be extending our trading competition for another month. We're going to try to extend it for another month. Phemex said it was going so well that they wanted to do that. So there's plenty of time for you guys to join the trading competition still, and plenty of time for you guys to win if you're a moderate size trader. It's based on volume, so you can definitely trade, and you can lock your Bitcoin up on Phemex as well. So right now, I'm showing 25,164 for Bitcoin, and I'm waiting for my take profits here on Tron. It looks like we're almost there. Okay, back here. Cardano coming in up 87 cents. It's up 7.7% for the week, but only 6.3% for the month. So it's having a better week than the month that it's having. So, which is the same thing with some of these coins? No. Yep, Ethereum having a better week than a month. Most of the other coins go the other way. We've got Chain Opera AI. We've got Aster and Bitcoin. These are all trending. What is Chain Opera AI? Let's take a look. There we go. Sorry, guys. I thought I was back, but I wasn't back yet. Think I'll be wearing a fancy hat? We're back. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is the 48-minute chart for Bitcoin. I've got regular candles on here. Market cipher B down here, we're still on a green dot, a small green dot. Looks like the RSI is ticking up a little bit still. VWAP right at the line. So giving us a confusing picture, to say the best here. Let's go look at the 4-hour chart. For 4-hour chart, we got some pretty wide ribbons here. But one thing to look at here is you got a high, a higher high, and a higher high that we made. So are we going to make another one? Is it going to go up to 126 now? It seems likely. Seems likely in my opinion. Seems likely. Take a look at the daily chart. It's hard to chart when it's just all up. To be honest with you guys, when it's all up or it's all down, it's pretty hard to chart. What are you going to draw here? I mean, you could make the argument here that this is a high, this is a low, and this is a higher high. But here's one thing that's interesting to me is we haven't seen, we've been seeing all-time highs, but we've been seeing them in doses. We haven't seen Bitcoin really get into price discovery this time and figure out where it wants to go. It's going up incrementally. And if you are expecting a $150,000 Bitcoin, like we're going to talk about in a minute, then you got to have some pullbacks on the way. But when you get to price discovery, you got to discover that price. You got to find a new place and a new area to start calling home for an all-time high. The way it passed 4,900 for Ether a few weeks ago, or may have been longer than that now, probably a month or two ago, it grew it all. With Bitcoin, once it's getting a price discovery, it's also staying incremental. You know, it went up by, $100 first. I guess right now it's, let's see. Where do we get to? 124 about a month ago. And now we're at 125. It went up $1,000. It doesn't seem like very exciting and speculative price discovery, which means you're above the chart. So, uncharted territory. And a lot of people think because there's no resistance higher than this, the Bitcoin could really take off like a rocket ship. And it's possible. It could do that, but will it? It's hard to say. It seems like the incremental plan is the plan by institutions, because we're so used to seeing the price just and zoom up. They're taking advantage of probably liquidating a lot of people that are going long at the top. All right. Bitcoin price outlook after all-time high, larger rally or corrections. Bitcoin has surged beyond 125K. $125,708 is what it went up to. Bitcoin investors are optimistic. According to analysis from Swissblock, the bull-bear indicator reveals that Bitcoin's recent rally was fueled by genuine demand rather than speculative excess. Even as the market corrected briefly before the surge, demand continued to absorb supply. The structure shift remained on an upward trend throughout the dip, highlighting investor conviction. We still are bullish. The sustained demand points to a healthy market reset instead of fragility. This is when demand comes in, BTC holds this line. So around the 100K level, it's holding that line and it's staying above that support. The macro picture from Bitcoin remains bullish. That doesn't mean you can't short the market right now for temporary versus scalps. Can't do that, but overall we're still bullish. The exchange supply, or excuse me, the BTC supply is sitting at a 6-year low with only 2.83 million coins available on exchanges. It reflects extensive accumulation by investors over the last month. Lower exchange supply typically indicates reduced selling pressure, which is historically a bullish sign. So here you go in the yellow. This is the amount of Bitcoin on reserves on exchanges. You can see it way down here, down low, and the price way up high like this. So that what is that saying? That saying that there's more demand than we have supply, which is bullish. It corrected. See, this is what I was kind of looking for this morning. I was looking for a correction from 125. It hit the top at 708, and then it corrected down to 122,963. I was thinking we were going to see another correction here, probably before it goes back up over 125,708, but not necessarily. Holding, as long as we hold above 122,000, that's bullish for sustaining momentum. So there you go. Bitcoin will blast through to its next leg at 150K. So some people are saying that it's 150K straight through. Guys trading with their rings on and their earrings in, their purple shirt, sit and watch Bitcoin go to 150K. Bitcoin could be poised for further gains in the weeks ahead after clocking a new record high on Sunday. Now that we've made it through all-time highs in an impulsive manner, the next leg to 150K has begun. That's from Credible Crypto. He said, we'll blast through this current level, suggesting that another high could come this week, though didn't rule out a pullback to the $108,000 or $118,000 zone. He said, dips into that zone of 108K to 111K are a blessing if we get them, and if not, we'll then enjoy the ride to 150K. Give me water, please. Some people are saying that a new leg up seems likely. I feel like BTC is about to see another all-time high within hours, and that's what I think. So I think we'll probably get another all-time high today. This guy said he sold everything. Be ready for the mega pump. That's the way it goes, right? It's institutional backed market. It's an institutional backed market. We will not have parabolic pumps slow and steady to 140K-ish and dump by December. I tend to think that could be correct. Could be correct. Thank you. All right. Okay, back to this. The U.S. government shutdown effect. Several factors have been attributed to the 11% surge over the past week, including the U.S. government shutdown, which began on October 1st. We think that it's kind of the same thing you're seeing back with COVID. When we had COVID, everybody was throwing money in the markets because they couldn't trust the dollar. The government shutdown is a very similar thing, not nearly as a crisis situation as COVID or what they made it to be. However, it's still the same thing. When people don't trust their government, they put money in Bitcoin. Gold as well, obviously. Bitcoin's record high comes at the same time U.S. dollar is seeing its worst performance for decades. The dollar index, which measures the U.S. dollar against a basket of currencies, has declined by more than 12% since the starting of the year. The all-time high here was driven by ETF flows. Spot Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S. saw ridiculous numbers last week with $32 billion in inflows. Combination of these influences and bullish seasonality, Bitcoin has gained in 8 out of the 12 past fourth quarters and 10 of the past 12 Octobers. Could lead to another rally this month. is incredibly strong. We went from 110 to 125K in a single week. So there you go. Billions returned to U.S. after crypto ETFs. Excuse me. Billions returned to U.S. crypto ETFs as Bitcoin hits new all-time high. Let's see here. I think there was something in here. I want to take a look maybe at this. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust dominated inflows of $1.78 billion, followed by Fidelity's FBTC at $692 million. ARK 21 shares added $254 million, while Bitwise captured another $212 million. So this is the price, and you can see where all the buying is done, the major buys, and the major sales, which dumps the price, as you can see. Collective surge reflects growing institutional conviction and renewed retail interest in gaining Bitcoin exposure through regulated investment products. Ethereum ETFs also gained momentum, attracting $1.29 billion in inflows, $687 million in BlackRock's, $305 million in Fidelity's, and then Grayscale and Bitwise after that. Crypto research firm 10x Research noted that the scale of these inflows is unprecedented. It had the subtle shifts in institutional allocation strategies pointed to deeper structural support than its previous rallies. And then a quote basically is saying that same thing. What about this? I thought this was an interesting story. Aging boomers in global wealth seem boosting crypto until 2100, the year 2100. Global demographic shifts and rising wealth could power cryptocurrency adoption and asset demand well into the next century. Well, I wouldn't say well into this century. The next century, it says until 2100, so I don't know. Demand for global assets, including cryptocurrencies, is expected to be driven by an aging global population and increased productivity worldwide, resulting in an older population with more capital to invest. Using demographic projections to extend our historical analysis, we project that aging will raise asset demand by an additional 200% of GDP between 2024 and 2100. This is something I've talked a lot about on this channel, which is the overall standard of living goes up over time. Like if you had indoor plumbing at one time, you were the richest people around, right? Now, even the poorest housing has plumbing, right? Except for people maybe making, homesteads out there in Alaska or something. But, and plus you can look for lifespans that are going to increase drastically as well. Investors will value Bitcoin like gold in the next 75 years, while cryptocurrencies are still considered risky assets. Growing regulatory clarity may lead an aging population to value Bitcoin as much as gold over the next 75 years. About 1/3 of global cryptocurrency holders were aged between 24 to 35 as of December 24. The maturity of crypto regulations being worked out in the momentum can play a good role in fueling future demands for the asset class. Crazy Chen added that crypto's growing government backing and proven role as a store of value will see the aging population evolve to value Bitcoin as much as they value gold within a 75-year gap. So I thought this was a really interesting screenshot here. You see stablecoins are the biggest slice. Stablecoins are now at about 33% of the market. And you have Bitcoin at 30.95%. And they're not considering ETH, Solana, or XRP to be altcoins. They're saying they're their own thing. And altcoins then make up 23.46%. So very interesting. I've been saying this for years that Ethereum isn't really an altcoin. It's not Bitcoin, true, but it's established as a winner. Solana and XRP have done the same thing. So I think once they're established as winners, then they're going to be around probably for good. As long as crypto's around, which will be long after I'm dead. Bitcoin accounted for 1/3 of total assets. Rising wealth fuels crypto diversification. Analysts at cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex said increasing global wealth will likely transfer into greater risk appetite and diversification into emerging asset classes such as crypto. We see higher wealth levels feeding through an increased demand. They added that younger, more tech-savvy investors will look more favorably at altcoins and newer crypto projects given their greater understanding of technology and risk tolerance. Yeah, this is a big story here. I mean, if it is going to be what they say it's going to be, which is exactly what I said it's going to be. Wall Street crypto industry says tokenization will reshape global markets. It's going to eat the entire financial system. Everything will run on crypto and on blockchain. Imagine a future where the biggest US stocks like Tesla or Nvidia can be traded around the clock with transactions settled in seconds. Momentum is building towards this vision. The crypto industry, along with Wall Street heavyweights, want to bring tokenized stocks or digital versions of traditional shares that are recorded on a blockchain ledger into the mainstream. Last month, NASDAQ asked regulators for permission to allow listed stocks to trade in tokenized form on its exchange. If the request is granted by the SEC, it would mark a pivotal step for merging traditional finance with blockchain. We call it TradeFi. The SEC opened the proposal for public comments. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev said it, I guess it was at Token 2049. Tokenization is like a freight train. It can't be stopped, and eventually it's going to eat the entire financial system. Let's see. Meanwhile, Wall Street firms ranging from Goldman Sachs to asset manager BlackRock have already rolled out tokenized money market funds. BlackRock is exploring right now the launch of tokenized ETFs. Every stock, every bond, every fund, every asset can be tokenized. If they are, it will revolutionize investing, is what Larry Fink said in July. Markets would need to close. Transactions that currently take days will clear in seconds. Supporters argue that tokenized stocks make trading more accessible to investors, enable exchanges of assets in just one blockchain transaction, and expand their use in lending or as collateral. These are financial tools that the retail investor is not used to. So they will be soon. They'll have no choice. Crypto trader, this is everybody's fantasy, right? This is your fantasy. Crypto trader turns $3,000 into $2 million after CZ post sends Memecoin soaring. Trader bagged nearly $2 million in profits by investing in the 4 Memecoin shortly after CZ's post following a BNB phishing incident. This is the guy. This is the guy that made off with all the money. There's the fairy dust from the digital coin. Something tells me he's not actually going to make nearly that much money on it. It says a lucky cryptocurrency trader turned a $3,000 investment into about $2 million within hours after Binance co-founder CZ posted a post about BNB chain on Memecoin. BNB chain Memecoin on X. Let's see. It says one of the earliest buyers of the newly launched 4 token, according to Look On Chain. Trader's initial $3,000 with the BNB grew into $2 million. Despite the massive gains, the trader sold only a small portion of their holdings, and still holds 1.88 million worth of tokens. I wonder if that has gone up or gone down. Fork token was created following a phishing attack on the BNB chain, where the hacker reportedly made just $4,000 in profit. The hacker made $4,000 in profit. The community turned it into a meme. And this guy, his entire crypto holdings are in this one coin. The industry's most successful crypto traders by returns, who are marked as smart money traders on NASDAQ blockchain, also have bought the meme coin. So maybe it's going to do well. People are going to make more money on it. Meme coin was the 3rd most bought token by smart money traders over the past 24 hours on the BNB chain. Maybe we should buy it. Who thinks they should buy it? If you think you want to buy this meme coin, put it in the chat. Make sure to smash the like button while you're at it. In March, another trader reportedly turned a $2,000 investment into $43 million by buying Pepe Memecoin. The trader held through Pepe's 74% decline for his all-time high, which saw his unrealized $43 million in profits shrink to $10 million when he sold his position. In May of 2024, a separate investor turned $27 into $52 million. So this is the post. He dumped all his tokens for a $4,000 gain. The community took over and bought the meme coin higher as a mock to the hacker. Funniest comeback by the community. That's what he said. That was a tweet that made it go up. his face is obviously the picture, the logo of the coin, as you can see in the picture there. Let's no, we're not going to do that. Here's a story about how fraudsters in Canada are using crypto ATMs to launder millions of dollars from Canadian scam victims. So this lady right here, I think her name's Brenda Smith. She started talking to some hacker or some fisher, didn't realize she was talking to somebody that was a scammer, and told her that she needed to go deposit money into a Bitcoin ATM. And so she did. She deposited $12,000 into a Bitcoin ATM and just gave it to the hacker and didn't realize it. I guess it was her kids. Her kids ended up finding out and telling her that unfortunately she had been had. It is highly likely the number of Canadian victims targeted by organized fraud networks located in other countries will continue to rise. Criminal groups are developing innovative and sophisticated fraud campaigns to direct Canadians to place funds in BATMs, Bitcoin ATMs, that is. We have the most here. We have almost 31,000 Bitcoin ATMs. There's 3,617 in Canada, 2017 in Australia, and then it goes down from there. And I've always said this about Bitcoin ATMs. It's all about people trying to either scam somebody or offload scam money. A lot of that is money they may have stolen from somewhere else. Russian central bank to launch large-scale audit of nations' crypto holdings. The bank will conduct a comprehensive survey of companies and individuals in the first 2 months of 2026. Central bank says it plans to review individual investments and digital products whose returns are tied to the price of crypto assets. Traders, basically. This likely refers to crypto derivatives and other similar financial products. Many of these have launched on the Moscow Exchange and elsewhere in Russia this year. The bank has also ordered the Moscow Exchange and commercial banks that offer crypto derivatives to send in monthly reports on transactions and volumes. They want to take crypto out of the gray zone. It's black and white. They want to be black and white. They don't want to be the gray zone over there in Russia. XRP holders, I've got urgent news for you. It's the name of the article. The long and short of it is, I'm just going to tell you what it is. If XRP holds $3, that's extremely bullish for XRP. We want it to hold $3. See where it's at right now. It's at $3.03. Really bullish. If we can stay above that, that $4 and then $4.50 should be on the table. The person quoted here says it's most likely heading a lot higher in the next days and the next weeks. So get ready for XRP. There's a bull flagpole. He says maybe we're going to stop at $4 or $4.50, exactly what I said. It's important that you have an exit strategy and you secure your profits on the way up. And on the other side of the news, XRP's big competitor, SWIFT, confirms the Linea blockchain for payment settlement platform. They're going to be using Linea blockchain, which is a layer 2 on Ethereum. Linea is Ethereum. Consensus CEO Joe Lubin confirmed that SWIFT will build its blockchain payment settlement platform on an ETH2 Linea, layer 2 Linea. The announcement came during a fireside chat at Token 2049. So Linea, this is bullish for them. Let's see. Linea is fourth among layer 2s. Arbitrum 1, Base Chain, and OP Mainnet have higher TVL. Those are the only ones that do. So we know, Base Chain is huge. Arbitrum takes up most of that ETH too. So there you go. That's all we got for the news today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And hope you guys are making money with this market going up like this. So thank you to all my mods. Appreciate you guys in here. Filtering everything out, or moderating is a better word. So, all right, guys. That's all I got. Thanks. Be blessed. Good boy out.